To perform this skill, we have to cover a few things. First of all, the skill for dividing fractions is in a group called Arithmetic. So this is the major skill set. We need to know a few things prior to dividing fractions. First of all, we need to know everything about fractions, what a fraction is. We need to know how to take reciprocals of fractions. We need to know how to factor numbers, how to cancel common factors, and finally how to multiply fractions. A couple things I should mention here. One is that a fraction is just a ratio of integers. In other words, it's a ratio of numbers like 3 over 7 or negative 5 over 18 or something like that. Notice the numerator and the denominator are both integers in each of these cases. Something that is not considered a fraction, technically, is something like this, 1.3 over 8.1. This is not really considered a fraction. Fractions do not contain decimals. So if you have something like that, just as a warning, if you have something like 1.3 over 8.1, you can change this into a fraction by multiplying both numerator and denominator by the number 10. Now that's not what's being asked in this case, but still, just in case you need to review that, there you have it. Reciprocals. The reciprocal of a over b, that fraction, is b over a. So some people say they just flip the numerator and denominator. That's actually true. That's plenty fun for me. Factoring numbers is best given by an example here. You essentially, to factor a number, you just pull out common prime factors. So like 16 is 2 times 8. But wait a second, 8 can be factored down further. So 8 is just 2 times 4. So that's 2 times 2 times 4. Or 2 squared times 4. And 4 happens to be 2 times 2. So that's 2 squared times 2 times 2. And there you have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or in other words, 2 to the 4th. Should be able to factor a number pretty quickly. Canceling common factor, if you have a fraction given and you factor both numerator and denominator, canceling common factors means that you look at the factors in both numerator and denominator and you can cancel common factors. Now, this is something that's been mentioned way in the past in arithmetic, but that this will turn into 3/5, but I just want to remind you that technically this is 3 over 5 times 5 over 5. That's why these cancel. 5 over 5 is just the number 1 by definition. 5 over 5 is just the number 1. So that's 1 times 3/5, which is 3/5. Finally, to multiply two fractions, a over b times c over d, you just multiply numerators and denominators. Now this is the prerequisite skill set for dividing fractions. So let's go ahead and try a dividing fraction example. 49 25ths divided by 21 40ths. Well, 49 25ths, let's see. I know that division can be rewritten as multiplication as long as I take the reciprocal of the second factor there. So that'll be 40 over 21, taking the reciprocal of the second fraction in this case. And now, to further simplify this, a lot of people might want to just multiply 49 times 40 and 25 times 21, but it really is to your benefit to factor each of these numbers. So, for example, 49 can be written as 7 times 7, 25 can be written as 5 times 5, 40 can be written as 5 times 8. I know that 8 can actually be rewritten as well as 2 times 2 times 2, but for right now I'm going to slowly factor. 21 can be rewritten as 3 times 7. And using our prerequisite skill to cancel common factors, I see I have a 7 here that will cancel with this 7 there. I have a 5 here that will cancel with this 5 there. And if I look between numerators and denominators, there's nothing else that will cancel. So this will actually be using multiplication of fractions. 7 times 8 in the numerator and 5 times 3 in the denominator. 7 times 8 is 56, and 5 times 3 is 15. That's how you divide two fractions.